Hi, I'm Mike Winkler, and I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain in Kent, Washington.
And I'm E.J. Bowles. I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain on Mercer Island, Washington.
EJ, in our most recent blog post, we've talked a lot about traditional real estate issues like fair housing. So let's get current and talk about interest rates and price.
Great idea.
This isn't a new topic. It's been talked about a lot throughout the years, particularly in the last few years, because of the downturn in the economy and the historically low interest rates and the artificial suppression of those interest rates. So if you go back and look at the articles, one of the things that is dominant is that the interest rates can't stay low forever. But the concern with the buyer, with the fear, is that, but what if the price drops? So for the sake of argument, let's make some assumptions. Number one, real estate's local. Number two, the Seattle or Puget Sound economy is stable. In fact, I think you have some numbers that could say arguably it's the most stable economy in the country. Is that true?
Well, with Bremerton being the projected to have the largest rise in real estate prices in the country over the next 4 years, and Tacoma being number 2 on that list, and Seattle being in the top 10 on that list, we can say we're in the best economy in the country.
So given what you just said about the economy and what I've already stated, the third assumption is that a price drop of 10% is not likely in the Puget Sound area.
Correct.
Okay, then let's look at this. And the math works the same regardless of what price you're looking at, but we're going to look at what the article said from 2008 in Time magazine. If you had a price of $218,900 and an interest rate of 5.5%, which of course interest rates are what, about 4.5 right now?
4.25, 4.5, right?
Then the monthly payment is $994. Now, before we go to the next level, payment is a critical factor for most buyers. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
What a buyer can afford is an issue, but what they're comfortable paying typically dominates the overall buying process. Okay, so again, $218,900, 5.5% interest, $994 is the payment. Okay, now in this example, there is a price drop of 10% in the next year. So the purchase price is now $197,000, but the interest ticked up just a little bit to 6%, half a point. The payment is the same. So what did you gain by waiting a year?
You gained nothing, and in fact what you lost was the tax deduction that you get to use on your income tax to lower your tax rate, and of course you talk to your accountant about that. You also lose something that might be just as important, and that's really the value, the intrinsic value, the value that's hard to name, of just owning your own home, being in your own home, being in your own space.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, the buying power drops for, so if you have interest rates go up 0.5%, you lose about $25,000 in buying power as well. So now you can't get the home necessarily in a year that you could even if the price drops 10%, the interest rate wipes that out.
Absolutely, that's the point.
Right. That is
the other issue that, and we're real estate guys, and so it's easy for people watching to say, well, of course they're going to say that time is right to buy. What we're saying to you is that you've been asking the question as a buyer, is it the right time to buy? We're 3 years into an economic cycle where we've come down, we've bounced off the bottom by all accounts, and starting probably a slow climb out in terms of appreciation. We understand that question is as valid as it's ever been. Is this the correct time to buy? What we're trying to say is that given the economy we're in, given the historically low interest rates, which simply can't last forever, that when you're asking that question with your mortgage broker, you really need to take into factor in what we've talked about today.
Well, and I'm going to answer the question in a different way. Business Week had an article in December of 2009, so not that long ago, which said if you don't buy a house now, you're either stupid or broke. Now, I'm not going to go that far and say that, because buying is a huge issue.
Totally personal.
It's totally personal. It's generally the largest business transaction or transaction that a person will have in their life. But you can't argue with lowest interest rates, lowest prices, and best seller incentives in our lifetime.
That's right. So ask the question, get professionals to help you answer it, but take in all the facts. I'm EJ Bolds.
I'm Mike Winkler. Till next time.